Where there is faith, there is hope. July 3, 2013. Even within the most unaware of circumstances, beautiful ones, faith infiltrates each day of your splendid life. Realize that everything that you believe to be true is based even remotely on faith. Whether that faith is in yourself, in someone else, in God, or even in the life that you are currently occupying. Faith has had a way to deepen your life, and bind together all that you hold as true, and at the same time providing a never-ending change that helps to guide you into newer ways of being and doing. Quite often, beautiful ones, faith is misunderstood and misrepresented. Understand, my dears, that faith is always formed by reason, experience, and some amount of actual fact. Faith is also fostered by your intuition that provides you with an inner knowing regarding what it is you are to do along your journey. Faith brings you belief to knowing what your purpose is for this life you are currently living. Throughout all the many different cultural beliefs, there is within a form of faith that is known and understood. Faith, beautiful ones, delivers you to believing that life is always worth living regardless of any obstacles and challenges that may cross your path at any one time. When you apply faith during any of your challenges, regardless if they are difficult or easy, you are instantly aligning yourself to gain all that is essential in life. Faith is observed every day, but it takes a dear soul to observe without the heavy emotions that are often on the surface that cloud your perception. Many of your newscasts deliver heartbreaking news that speaks of one tragedy after another. What they don't always show is how the survivors of these ordeals are coping, but when they do, what you see is the faith and hope that is alive and strong within them. They know already that their life ahead of them will be a challenge to rebuild, but they are moving forward one step and one day at a time, persevering and making it happen. How many times, beautiful ones, have you met a terrible obstacle, thinking, how in the world are you going to make it? Yet here you are, stronger and filled with more wisdom than ever. Faith has always had an impact on your life, even if you are not aware of the quiet working of this part of yourself. When you willingly adopt a pace that includes faith, you find yourself being re-strengthened from the inside out. You have an uncanny knowing that you are able to overcome any difficulty and face any adversity ahead because you believe in your heart and soul that you can. When you work faith into your coping strategy, you will receive instantaneously direction and purpose. You will suddenly understand the purpose for the current situation and begin to learn what it is meant to teach you at a soul level. Faith provides meaning to your purpose and how to gain more knowledge of who you are as a person within a collective and united universal heart of love, light, grace, and compassion. Faith is something, a part of you that will always be challenged. We understand at times you may feel lost, possibly confused, but once the confusion filters away, what is left, dear ones, is clarity and understanding. Gifts given to you because of the faith you maintained, even if it was wavering on a thin line of hope. It is the egoic mind that plays against your faith by bringing doubt into your thinking. It is the opposite of faith and something that must be put to rest if you are going to overcome any situation that is presented to you with any amount of difficulty. Doubt, if left to grow, will create within you a need to question your beliefs and your reasons. It is often because of doubt that you begin to criticize and judge yourself. When you find yourself swaying to a negative way of thinking that may have you feeling isolated, we encourage you to counter this low energy feeling with love. We know how tired you can become. Remember, beautiful ones, to give yourself love and compassion. Nothing is ever hopeless as long as you have faith, and when you have faith there is always hope. We remind you, life is always changing. It changes whenever you make a choice. Each choice brings you to change, not just to your routine but to you as well on a personal level. Change can be very small or it can be monumental. When there are great changes, many do not embrace the changes that bring new opportunities and possibilities. For many among you, change creates fear. Have faith, my dears, and hold within you a trust and hope that the changes that you may be experiencing will deliver you to new opportunities that will provide more knowledge that always leads to wisdom. It is important to keep in mind, your journey is not just about all the pleasant events that you have experienced. But your journey also includes the ones that brought you pain and despair. Your learning and developing of yourself is a combination of both, an equal collaboration of negative and positive events, creating a balanced spirit that has both faith and hope living deep within their being. Embrace all your challenges with the fearlessness of a warrior. Discover that you are filled to the brim with courage and strength. This strength and courage is found when you go within while facing something difficult and challenging, and it is faith and hope that directs you to bring this essential part of yourself forward to the surface. You have encountered many difficult times before and you succeeded, and you will again. Even while exercising faith, you hold an understanding that you know not the whole outcome of any event, yet you are positive with hope that all will be as it should. Faith does not provide you with exact knowing of details, but with belief that the changes being experienced will bring about a successful outcome. Faith provides you with the inner knowing that the changes being experienced externally will also affect you on the inside. All changes provide you with the capability of learning more of who you are. You become one step closer to knowing your true self with an uncanny trust that even though you have no insight on the future, you know everything will be as it should and all will turn out positively. We remind you, beautiful ones, that all that you have, even your own existence, is temporary. Look around you, and try to see yourself from a distance. Look at how far you have come during such a short time within your lifespan. You have gathered so much experience through real-life experiences. They were not anyone else's, they did not come from a book. The wisdom and knowledge you have gained came from the experiences you weathered. It does not matter if you have material items that demonstrate your wisdom. What matters is what you hold close and dear to your heart, and that your integrity remains intact as a person with great faith and hope for all of life, including your own. There are many among you that only profess faith, yet they do not act upon it. Professing faith alone is not enough, my dears. You must also express your faith through your actions. Understand, faith is one of the foundational powers that are provided and freely given to help transform your life towards any one direction that is favorable to you. Faith provides you to be in the presence of God as well. Faith is not something you must earn or learn from something or someone. Faith is already an inherent part of you, just as you are already a part of God. It is important, beautiful ones, even though faith and belief are closely related and often work together, they are not the same. Think of belief as your activator of faith. Whenever you believed in something, it was faith that gave it the power to bring your belief into something tangible. Faith will take you to where your focus is centered on, and through your actions, faith will become an expression of goodness and of positive light and love. When you express faith, my dears, you are saying yes to God, giving faith to Him with absolute trust that all will work out according to God's will. Faith provides you with the ability to fully trust the good intentions of God even though you cannot see His physical presence. Every time you actively draw your good from God, you are exercising the action of faith. You become able to trust God's direction regardless of where it leads, knowing He would never lead you astray or into challenges you could not overcome. God will provide you with the direction that will lead you to knowing more of your true self just by having faith in His guidance. Faith in your own ability to see any steps through, and the hope that within all possibilities your path may take you, you will always succeed. Sometimes success takes long to greet, but the important part, my dears, is never giving up. Maintain your faith and hope that all is already in perfect order, and you will come out of every situation stronger than when you began. Embrace each trial and tribulation. Love the person you are becoming through the faith and hope that resides deep within you. Whenever you have had to utilize your faith as an initiative action, you have brought changes and you begin to see things differently, with a different kind of clarity that is unclouded by doubt and uncertainty. Faith has brought many beautiful ones into a deeper understanding of themselves that awakens within them something profound that was waiting for the precise moment to become noticed. When you begin to see the power of faith as also being the truth of God's presence, you then are beginning to allow yourself to step out and embrace a deeper part of yourself that has been long forgotten. This self you are greeting has always been there, it was only hiding because you were not ready to see. At different moments through different challenges, certain feelings are felt and experienced, and sometimes different awakenings and awareness is developed. None can be reached until a certain level of understanding is achieved beforehand, and this understanding is not understood until the moment of clarity arrives, and it is your faith through the God's presence that brings you to knowing this deeper side of yourself. You can be anything you set out to be when you enable the power of faith that is found within yourself, that is equally joined with the truth of God's presence. When you have faith and you put faith into action in all things, you see with new unclouded eyes options that were not presented before. To make faith work for you, beautiful ones, you must take the initiative to express your faith through your actions, not just profess that you have faith. We remind you, when you are expressing your faith, you are also expressing your own interpersonal power that also represents God in action through you. When you are able to truly feel God's presence and His own power within you, you will know without any doubt that you have the power to always move forward and bring your dreams and goals into reality, as they are empowered by the sacred and divine beauty of your unconditional love. When God is permitted to work through you within your faith and hope, you know, my dears, that nothing you attempt will fail. Faith will take you where your fears have hindered you. Take that brave step forward with faith in your hand, and know you will always land where your heart is leading you to. Trust in the work of God, and trust in yourself. And so it is. I am Archeia Lady Faith through Julie Miller.